Hi there, this is Anna from HotOptionBabe.com. Up on the screen of a chart of the volatility index of the S&P 500. This is the 60-minute chart. Just want to show you on a 60-minute chart a couple of things. First of all, we do have a bull flag on it. I do suspect that we're going to go way over 20 in the next few days, maybe 25. If you look at the, now we do have one little bar of divergence, but yeah, it could have come down, yeah, and again bounced right back up. Wow, it moved up big time on Friday. Let's look at the daily on it, get a little bit of a better idea. Well, so far we have this long stick up and we have a buy signal. You can see the stochastics have turned and crossed. So that's a buy signal for the VIX. Now let's look at the oil VIX, or the VXO. And it's probably the exact same story. And it is. You have the stochastic crossing up, you have a buy signal on the histogram, you have this long stick up. Any sideways movement will form a bull flag. It's most likely going to be the exact same thing, yep, on the 60. Might even be more pronounced, but it looks just about the same. Okay, just about the same. If we want to look at a shorter time frame, or let's look at the 2 hour. I like the 2 hour. I don't necessarily look at it all day, but I do like it. It's just they don't have it set up to easily do it. Not available on weekends. Okay, well, that's that. Now, last weekend I called on Thursday to short the general market and go long commodities. Now, I pretty much went off of this. I solely went off of charts. I really wasn't paying so much attention to what was going on in the Middle East, but it looks like that turned out to be a very timely and income-producing call, as I was up over 45% in my own book on Friday. Now, what do I see in the coming week coming here? And let's look at the crude oil futures. I don't want to look at Colgate-Palmolive. Okay, let's look at the crude oil futures. I can't get the 2 hour. Is it going to come up or no? Let's just look at the daily, and then we'll go to the 60. Okay, here's your crude oil futures. You were in this channel. You were in this channel going up, and then that channel broke, and this is where we had our correction. I was actually short here. And the reason being, I saw the sell signal on the histogram. The stochastics were telling me so. And there's a couple of other things I use that, of course, are just my own special charting techniques. So I sort of keep those to myself. Obviously, I don't want to give all the secrets away. But here we go. Now, we were definitely in a down move. Now, as of Friday, we have what appears to be a buy signal. And I feel that this will most likely continue. The stochastics are pointing up. The histogram is starting to show some bullish divergence. Let's look at the 2 hour, if I can pull that up on the weekend. And okay, so we'll do 30-day 2 hour. How's that? 30-day 2 hour. That's good. Okay, there we go. And there's your bull flag. Upward consolidation, upward movement, sideways consolidation. Histogram, definitely a buy signal. Like I said, we're trying to get back into that upper channel. We'll see what happens. I'm not 100% convinced, but I'm about 90% convinced crude is going to probably see that 93 area and higher. Then our high was 93.02 back here. In couple weeks ago. Let's open that up a little bit so you see it. There it is right there, 93.02. And that's actually where I got short. And that turned out to be a really good trade. One of my subs just on Friday made $1,000 in 2 trades of mine on crude. 2 trades only started Friday morning at 9:30, and he was done by noon and had made over $1,000. And that's the kind of money you can make in the lounge. And we got the new rate now, so it's $89. If you sign up now, it will never go up for you. And it will stay that way. I'm not saying it'll stay that way forever, but anybody that signs up as of now with $89, I give you my word that will never increase, and you will stay that as long as you are a member. That's about $22 a week, and my sub made $1,000 on Friday. Now you need a count of at least $3,000. I'd say a little bit more, like $5,000 to really make that kind of money. But you know, anything above that, it's pretty easy to do. I not only do crude futures, but I do crude future options, so I know how to work those as well. And if you'd like to do options, I do tons of options and know every strategy there is. Let's take a look at crude oil on the 60-minute and see what we got. It's going to be the same story. It's got a little bit of bearish divergence, but that doesn't show any kind of real strong sell. It's still in a buy mode, absolutely. But you know, we'll see what happens this coming week. But like I said in my video, I think the oil's probably going to see $100 before it sees 80 for sure, and it will actually probably see 150 before it sees 80 again. So that's my thought. So let's take a look at gold. And I called for go long gold and crude on Thursday afternoon. Same scenario, and I'm not going to make this a long drawn out video because it's self-explanatory. Here's your bull flag. You do have a little bit of divergence here, and it's hovering here. It's still a buy. I'll just tell you, I'm still very long crude oil. Let's look at the daily. Now, I want to show you back when I drew my head and shoulders back here I drew this a long time ago. When did I draw this? In December? In October or something? Yeah, in September. No, I probably drew it in December. I think I drew it right here, and that's when I did this, and this is this move we got. Now, how good was that? Okay, my head and shoulder pattern absolutely played out on gold. I was short gold for a while. Now I'm definitely long. Can't give you my exact entries or exits because I can only do that for my subscribers, or else, you know, it's not fair to give those out just to the general public. But I'm thinking 1400 before 1200. So I'll give you that general move. You absolutely, I was looking for 1284, but it doesn't. 1311. Look at this. This is where I went long, right here. 1311. 1311 on Thursday. Is that the 1311? I'm sorry, that's where I went long, 1311. It says 1341, excuse me. So I thought that was a Fibonacci level, but I'm sure it is. I just haven't drawn, and can't see it, or it's not drawn in there correctly. But let's look at the 30. I like to look at all kinds of time just to verify and re-verify is it going to be a short term? Probably. Where can I get in and add? I will add to my gold longs and my crude longs on dips, and I'll do the opposite on the general market. I'll give you that. Okay, here is until I see something change. Here's your bull flag. Now we do have this bearish divergence here on gold. Okay, but that could turn right back up. We'll see. It's going to be interesting tonight to see what actually ends up happening with tonight's open. Now the Saudi stock market was down about 6.4%. You know, we already needed a correction, so I'm not going to say this is definitely more than a correction, but it is going to be a correction. It's a perfect recipe for at least that. Could be more, and I'll know more as time goes by. I absolutely don't know out, you know, I don't try to go out months or all that stuff. To me, you know, anything can happen. So it's better to do things short term and then reevaluate. I do believe that we will have bounces and wave up within our you know, our down move, but I do believe we're now into a bearish trend. There's my 1311. Hello, there she is. That's exactly where I got in, 1311. There it is, and that turned out to be a really nice trade. Now I did options, GLD options on gold, and I didn't do the futures. I don't like the future options on gold. Their spreads are terrible and they're really expensive, obviously because gold's expensive. But I do like those crude future options if I decide not to do crude futures directly, spot crude. And we do have contango on crude too, which was another reason that it's higher in the further months than it is the front month. Now let's take a quick look at the ES. I do expect a gap down tonight. How far and how long will it last tomorrow is anybody's guess. It'll probably find some support levels. I do think 12, I had a target here, 12. I want to see if I can find it on a shorter term. We have a bear flag. There you can see that pretty closely. Now let's open this up. That's a 4-hour. There's your bear flag. Tried to do a little bounce here, but you see it's not doing very well. It's, it's a little, let's see where this is all Friday. This is all Friday's movement here. I stayed short the whole day Friday. I just kept adding on the bounces. Now we're at 1271.50, which is my little area right here. I say maybe we'll see 1250 in the next few days, and then we could have a bounce. 1264 at the least is my call. 1264, 1250 in the next week or so. Here we go. There you go. We hit 1299.50 on the ES. There's 1300. I said a little above 1300, so I was a little off by that. But we now have a sell signal, and you can pretty much see that we're going to have some ugly days coming up. I can tell you that for sure. And but you want to, if you follow me in the lounge or on my blog, you know that I'm always up for, you have an entry and you have an exit as soon as you have your entry on a trade. You must have an exit for your profit and an exit for your loss, and you just don't sit there and keep getting greedy, or you don't sit there and wait for your trade to change. If it moves against you, you close it. If it gets to your target that you were looking for, you close it. You can reopen it again. So that's the secret. Now, this is my level that I'm looking for on the ES, 1258. Okay, 1258, 1259. That's what I'm looking for in the next short term, and I mean probably day. So we'll see how that plays out, and then might find some support there and bounce. So anyway, I hope you all will get join me in the lounge and make some. This is the time we can make some big fat money, because the volatility is going to spike, options are going to rip, and this is the opportunity. You make more money in a down market than you do in an up market. So the time is here. So try it for $89. That's all you can lose. You can cancel, and and you can just see for yourself. I mean, I stand by my calls. I stand by my my charting, and those that are in there know. So have a great weekend. God bless everybody. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope things don't get too violent, but things can get real ugly real fast over there in the Middle East, and oil could oil could rip up 150 in nothing a time if things go bad. So let's just hope that democracy rules and things get better, and we can make money on the downside and make money on the upside. So have a great day and take care. Bye.